Yeah, really looking forward to the game against Melbourne. Big challenge. They've barred some accuracy. They would have won a number of games over the last month. So up in Darwin and obviously Eagles, they really challenged over here. So they've got May back and forget the other one at the minute. They're Lever, sorry. So they're more solid behind the ball. Really strong contested ball team, strong attack. So, they're passing the ball well into their forward line, so it's going to be a big challenge for us.
Made a fair few changes to their coaching panel this week. Is it something that can have an immediate impact, do you think?
I think potentially, yeah. It's not typical, but for where they're at, they're obviously building and planning for next year, and they've seen fit to make those changes. So that's their business, but sometimes change can be a stimulus, and it can work either way, in a negative or a positive. But we can only control what we can, which is, it's a day off today, come in tomorrow, focus on preparation. We've been training well, consistently preparing mentally well and physically, and we want to get on the plane, and it's an opportunity to bank 4 points, really. So we've got a lot of belief in ourselves, but we know Melbourne have been going to the end. They've been fierce, and they'll see us as a scalp because we won the last few in a row, whatever it is. So MCG, the home of football, last time we were there we played well, but unfortunately it doesn't count for anything. But it does instill a belief that we can go over there and get it done.
Adam Sherriff, good to go?
He's available for selection, yeah.
Ross, sorry. Harley Bennell, will he stay here for another week?
Pardon?
Will you leave Harley Bennell at home?
Yeah, he's not in now at 26. He's still got some building. It's been a 4-year build, obviously, on and off. We all know the stories. So, Harley's got great belief in his ability, but physically he's still got... Connor Blakely spent 2 games in the Waffle building. Harley, I saw the highlights, they look pretty good. Would like a bit more body of work and conditioning. And our team, it's a hard team to get into at the minute. It's not that easy. So those that are in there aren't that keen to give up their spot, and they've earned a way to keep them. And Harley's got some work to do to keep building, but that's exciting for us.
It's a combination of fitness and form.
Well, it's just what I said. He's continuing to build. The reality is it's 4 games in 4 years. It's not a lot of football. So I understand the impatience. I understand the hype and the story around it, but I'm not going to waver in my understanding of what's required to be successful at the AFL level. It doesn't matter what external pressures are put on me. We're a very strong playing list and coaching group, and we've got our best interests of our players in the club, so we'll make the right decision at the right time.
Kevin, what he's been through, how valuable is 3 Waffle games even for him being to string those together? Has he got some relief out of that?
Yeah, I would think so, yeah, no doubt. Really pleasing. So we just want that momentum. As I say, I've always sort of with a little bit of trepidation talking too much because of the past. But yeah, we're quite excited, but just keep it level and keep working. It's a game of hard work, really.
The summit on the playing surface at the stadium, what are you hoping to get out of that today?
Well, I've created my own fake news, really. There was an email come around that our club was going to have a meeting. I labelled it a summit, and it turned into a bit of clickbait, didn't it? So it really wasn't a summit. It was just our club was going to meet with them. But and really, we ran it up the flagpole pretty quickly because we had Matthew Taberner, who had a fracture the year before, the legitimate stress fracture that we didn't identify. But with Rory Lobb, it's actually turned out an impact fracture. So it had nothing to do with the surface. So we're off red alert. We've really only had the one stressy. So we're probably not as sharply focused as we probably were before we had a true understanding of Rory's injury. And the positive for our members and partners is that Rory becomes a 4-week return. So, it's probably, we're not at battle stations at the minute on the surface. It's been, because when we thought it was another stress fracture and then Alex Pearce has seemed to be an impact as well, but until we knew that, we were really concerned. So we'll still be diligent, but we're all breathing a whole lot easier. Yeah, we'll probably even get up there again to train. When we decide to do it, yeah. We're flexible, we don't train up there when we go away, and we hadn't been training there every week anyway. So we've got a great service. Sometimes it's just a little bit of a change of venue, but familiarised ourselves with the ground. When early days at Fremantle, hardly ever trained at Subiaco because the dimensions of Fremantle Oval, South Fremantle, were the same as Subiaco. So there was no difference, and here we can create whatever dimension we want, so there's not that urgency to get up there.
So would you see coming into the next home ground, you might be back at First Stadium?
Well, I'm just squarely focused on Melbourne and tomorrow's session, so I haven't got that luxury to look ahead. I haven't really got the time for it.
Ross, how does the hardness here at Coburn compare with your old training ground at Freo?
Different surfaces. It had its own challenges at Fremantle because of the different soil tops and old motocross being there, so soil. So here's pretty good. We've worked on it. We got here, it was a little bit hard, but over time, programmed. One of our corporate partners who were fantastic, worked really closely with us, and they got it in great condition.
But calling out of Andrew Brayshaw's name at Eagles training is Andrew Gaff's come in to kick a goal. Is this something you're disappointed that it's publicised and still carrying on?
Yeah, well, really simply, I got no further comment to make. I made a comment reflective of what was appropriate. Sometimes it's best not to say anything at all, really, and it's great. Andrew Graff's a wonderful person. He's come out and shown real contrition and disappointment, so I think that should be the end of it, really.
What were your thoughts when you saw it?
No, just what I said. I'm here to really talk about the game. No further comment to make.
Hayden Valentine, Ross, where's he at?
Yeah, he come back from hamstring injury, played appeal. He'll play appeal again. He's still building. Yeah.
Do you think he's got some more AFL footy in?
Yeah, certainly.
And just on Sean Darcy, obviously no easy opposition to ruck, but Max Gawn, probably one of the best out there. The last quarter against Ryder and Lycett, how much confidence and I guess excitement do you take with Sean heading into this game?
Yeah, you're right. He'll get confidence out of that. Confidence comes from action and delivering. It's nice to have confidence, but you don't really need it. All you need is action. So, but a different challenge and very mobile. Max Gawn has really been standing up for them and leading that club well. So it's a big challenge, but if you want to make your way in the AFL and earn a reputation, you got to be the best. You got to beat the best. So Sean, hopefully get plenty of help from his teammates with Max, but he's going to have an opportunity to stand up against quality again. And we believe in Sean. We always have. And it was last week's gone, and he's already preparing for Max and the challenge that lies ahead of us.
How's he pulled up physically this week?
Yeah, perfect.